Hello everyone, Lil Dude here from Overachiever. Today we will be covering the achievement tips and tricks of CARRION. So if you'll find this video useful and want us to create more content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Also leave in the comments below what achievements you want us to cover next. CARRION is a side-scroller horror game in which you are playing the monster, and your main objective is to escape the facility that you are trapped in. You will have to breach a number of areas and you will encounter a couple of enemies, mostly humans. Some of them are easy to overcome as they don't have weapons, most of them have weapons, so be careful around them, but the ones with shields are a bit more tricky as you can only grab them from behind or when the shield is inactive. The most dangerous humans are those with mech suits. You have to be careful and grab every piece of the mech, throw it away like the wrappings of a present, and only then you can get to the juicy human inside. Beside humans, there are some round flying robots that also have shields, same strategy as for the humans. Also, there are some drones that are hard to grab, just shoot them with the cobwebs until they stay down. There is no entity in the game more annoying than these fuckers. Progressing through the game, your monster will eventually acquire 3 health bars, green, yellow and red, that reflects what abilities he can use and how big he is. Along the way, there are also some pools in which you can leave a piece of your biomass, downgrading your health from red to yellow and from yellow to green. This is because some abilities are only available at specific monster sizes and changing size makes the one you want usable. There are a total of 4 missable achievements, but they all fall in the same category, finding the containment units. In my opinion, the best time to start working on these achievements is after finishing the bunker level, just before you finish the whole game. You will need all abilities in order to get the containments, so if you are here only for those, you can just skip to the missable achievements section. The game has a complicated map and I got lost more than a couple of times trying to find the next area in the story or trying to find the specific area for the containment run. If you encounter the same problem, then this should prove to be helpful. A map of the whole game. You can see the green arrows which indicate the normal progression of the game. Each one has a number that represents the order of said progression. You can also see the red arrows which indicate paths you can only access after you have acquired specific abilities. More on this later in the video. I have bookmarked the map on the timeline, so in case you need to come back to it, just click the link in the description. Before getting to the serious achievements, there are 2 which will pop random during regular gameplay. The first random achievement is Flesh of Prey. This was at the start of the game, so I was a little clumsy. You must grab him, drag him to you and eat him. It doesn't matter if you eat the whole body, as you can see in the video, his legs remain intact, so to speak. The other random achievement is the Cerebral Feast. All you have to do is to grab the head, rip it apart from the body, and the achievement will pop. We have 11 breach achievements, 3 flashback achievements, and 1 achievement for completing the whole game. You will start the game in BSL-4 Research Ward. In order to open the door and get the "It's alive" achievement, you will have to spread the biomass. In this level, you will only have to do this once. Later, in other levels, the spread the biomass areas required to open the door corresponding to that specific level will increase, reaching a number of 6 in the last ones. After breaching, you will arrive in the Frontier Wastelands. In this area, you will eventually come across a hole which leads your monster to the military junkyard. In order to progress through this level, you will have to get the Arachnoptesis ability, which you will get by squeezing in the DNA container. This ability lets you shoot cobwebs to trap your enemies or interact with objects. You will have to spread your biomass 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. The door will then open and the Machines Can Expire 2 achievement will pop after you squeeze through the door. After breaching the military junkyard, you will return to the Frontier Wastelands and eventually you will reach your first flashback sequence. You will now play as a human, get in the bunker, find some items and eventually blow a door with some dynamite. Finish the flashback and the derelict achievement will pop. You will now continue through the Frontier Wastelands until you reach another hole which will lead you to the uranium mines. Here you will find the DNA container with the Xiphoria ability that lets you destroy vent covers and wooden walls. Similar to the military junkyard, spread your biomass 3 times. Here, here, and here. The door will then open, you will squeeze in, and claustrophobia will pop. Now that you can destroy walls, you can go back to the military junkyard and access the hazardous waste landfill. There is only one zone for you to spread your biomass into. Do that and open the door. Squeeze into it and you will have the intoxication achievement. After you have breached the hazardous waste landfill, you will find yourself in the frontier wastelands in a small isolated portion of it. You will be able to go from here to the larger wastelands when you will get a new ability. Instead of going back, you will now climb out of here and you will reach the frontier marshlands. Somewhere above a pool, you will find the second flashback. Once again, you will play as a human and this time it will be a little longer. You will have to get a lever, open a door, and eventually reach a biomass and get the perfect organism achievement. Back in the frontier marshlands, you will have to get to a hole through which you will reach the botanical gardens. In the gardens, you will find the photokinesis ability, which will let you create an invisibility cloak, but in order to activate it, you will need energy from electrical panels. 3 biomass zones for this one. 1, 2, and 3. Open door. Squeeze in and pop. Achievement. You will have to continue through the frontier marshlands and eventually get to this zone. Now that you have the invisibility ability, you can access the hole, which will lead you to the Leviathan Reef base. Hydrophilia will be found here in the DNA container shown in the video. It gives you the ability to morph into a swarm of worms and pass through tight spots, but only in water. Just as before, 3 biomass zones, there, there, and there, and the door will open. Squeeze through it and get the "we need to go deeper" achievement. Exploring further the frontier marshlands, you will come across this hole, which leads to the Relith Science headquarters. This time we have 4 biomass zones. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the door opens. After you open the door, you will also find the DNA container with the parasitism ability, which will let you take control of other organisms, in this case the humans, by tethering to them. Squeeze in and get the Steakhouse Meeting achievement. You will now have to go back to the Leviathan Reef base. Eventually, you will reach this area, and now that you can use parasitism, switch places with the human, squeeze through the door and reach the bridge of Leviathan Reef base. In this area, you will find the acanthosis ability, which will let you grow deadly keratin spikes, but in order to use it, you will also need energy, like with the photokinesis ability. You will only need 1 zone to spread your biomass. The door opens, you squeeze in, and get the water under the bridge achievement. You will find yourself in a small area of the frontier marshlands, and as you continue to the right, you will get to the frontier highlands. Exploring, you will find a strange machine that will allow you to complete your final flashback and acquire the achievement. You will have to find the key in order to get a gun, and with it, deactivate the flying robot. Eventually, you will go outside to the chopper and get recognized by the drones. The humans will then start to shoot, you will take the monster form, the screen will fade and the achievement will pop. Back in the Frontier Highlands, you will now find a hole which leads to the nuclear power plant. In here, you will find the Harpagoria ability, which sends out a destructive vortex and pulls objects upon retracting. You will have to spread the biomass 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the door will open. Squeeze in and get the Ionize achievement. Exploring the Frontier Highlands, you will eventually reach this hole, which will lead you to the Armored Warfare facility. Throughout this level, you will find the DNA container with the keratosis ability that lets you grow a thick layer of keratin, basically a shield for trident explosives. For this one, you will have to spread the biomass 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The door will open. Squeeze in and get the
War. War never changes.
achievement. Eventually, you will find the last hole in the Frontier Highlands, giving you access to the bunker. Exactly like the last one, you will have 6 biomass zones. Here, here, here too, there, there, and there again. Open Sesame and squeeze in. You now get the
4, 8, 50, 60, 20, 42, 4, 8, 50, 60.
achievement. After breaching the bunker, this is the optimum time to start doing the containment run before finishing the game, as you now have all the abilities to work with. As mentioned at the beginning, there are 4 missable achievements for a total of 9 containments. Achievements pop depending on how many you find, regardless of order: 1, 3, 6, and 9. You will find the first containment unit through that door in the hazardous waste landfill. If you look carefully above and to the right of the door, you will see a diamond-shaped light, which indicates the presence of a containment unit. After you enter, you will only have to eat some scientist, and the DNA containment is just above, giving you the echolocation ability, which lets you locate edible corpses. This as well gets you the first achievement in the series, 1 monster, 1 jar. No pop culture reference will be inserted here. The second containment is in the Frontier Wastelands. Same as before, eat and break. This will give you the Polychiria ability, which lets you grow another tentacle. The third containment unit can be found in the uranium mines. In order for you to get the DNA container, you have to do a number of tasks, and you will need to be in the green bar. First, you need to pull the lever that will open the door, but this also activates the door sensors. In your regular self, when triggered, the sensors will close the door. Thus, you need to charge from the generator and use the invisibility ability. It will not last you for the entire way around as the energy decreases when moving, so you have to make 3 pit stops to charge using the cobwebs through the bricks. This gets you the electrosis ability, which increases your maximum energy level. If this is your third containment unit, you will also pop the jarring experience achievement. In the botanical gardens, after you take control of the guard and open the door, you will reach containment unit 4. You will need to be in the center of the room, and from this point you will have to control the same guard from outside the unit to get him to open the door for you. Breaking the DNA container gives you the Pyrophilia ability, which grants increased fire resistance. Containment 5 is in the Leviathan Reef base. You need the Keratosis ability. Be careful each time the explosive trident attaches to you to activate the ability. To get to the DNA container, you will need to survive 3 tridents. The first one is as you get in, so make sure you are charged. For the second and third, you will need to get charged at the electric panel up top. Use the lever for the doors, as I am doing right now. For this one, you will get another Pyrophilia, increasing fire resistance even more. For me, this was the last one, hence the Jarred Stalls achievement. Going through the Relic Science HQ, you will find Containment 6. Enter the containment with a yellow HP bar, deposit your biomass in the pool, pull the lever, use invisibility, pull the second lever, and you should find your biomass in the second room. Get it? You are transferring your biomass to the next room in order to use it to break the wall. You just cannot go directly as you need to be invisible to open the door. You will get another electrosis ability, increasing your max energy level even further. The 7th containment is in the nuclear power plant. Make sure you have the keratosis for this one as well. Get in, activate it and wait for the explosion. Then get back to the pool at the entrance and leave biomass there until you get small. Use invisibility to bypass the sensor and parasitism on the guard to detonate the wall. You will get another electrosis. The Armored Warfare Facility is where you will find Containment Unit 8. Get in, blow up, done. Surprise surprise, another electrosis. This was the 6th containment I found in a playthrough and got the Jean-Michel Jarre achievement. The final containment unit is in the bunker. The easiest of them all by far. What you need to do? Get in. You will get another Polycarria ability for the 3rd tentacle. After you have completed all the containment units, you will now return to the Frontier Highlands and travel to the Frontier Wastelands, yes, as in the first levels. Then get into the BSL-4 research ward. As you break the glass on your left and follow the path, you find the last DNA container to get the final parasitism ability to allow you to fully inhabit a human as opposed to tethering to him. Now, as a human, get out of the bunker and get the new reality achievement. And that is that. Creepy ending if you ask me. Thank you very much for watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, keep popping those achievements.